Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
Hey Zoe, I'm calling your show, 'cause I need to know. Show me which way to go before I throw my man out the door.
Okay, hold on a second, Keisha. Just let me ask Ronald exactly what's going on, because it takes two to tango, and I need to hear his side of the story.
So she's driving me insane, got stress heavy on my brain. She keeps playing silly games, man, I'm about to bring the pain. We seem to fuss and fight every day and every night. Please give some advice so we can see the light, see the light.
What is freedom? This is the last question, thank the Lord. What is freedom? You know, many philosophers have written, talked about freedom. We talk about freedom. Freedom to live where we like. Freedom to have any job we like. Freedom to choose a woman or a man. Freedom to read any literature. Or freedom not to read at all. We are free. And so what do we do with that freedom? We use that freedom to express ourselves, to do what we like, right? Whatever we like. More and more it's becoming permissive. You can have sex in the open garden, right? We have every kind of freedom. And what have we done with that freedom? We think choice, where there is choice, we have freedom. I can go to Italy, to France, or choice. Only have to have a passport and a visa. And does choice give freedom? Please follow me. Why do we have to choose? If you are very clear, purely perceived, clear, there is no choice. Out of that comes right action. It's only when there is doubt, uncertainty, you begin to choose. So choice, if you'll forgive me my saying so, choice prevents freedom. And the totalitarian states have no freedom at all. Because they have the idea that freedom brings about degeneration of man. Therefore control, suppress. You follow, you know what's happening, all the rest of it.
Oh, Lord. You thought I was going to take my foot off the brake, off the gas. Nope. I got to keep going. The Voice of Reason is live, KBLA Talk 1580. I have a very powerful conversation, and I wanted to set it up with the great Krishnamurti. Krishnamurti and other great Eastern philosophers believed in something that the Taoist would call choiceless freedom. The term that they use is wu wei, being able to act and respond without your conditioning. And this is what the Buddhists would call right action. Of course, the great Krishnamurti just referenced right action. In the absence of choice, we live in a society that manufactures choice. Even when it comes down to intimate relationships, our choice is manufactured. Wu Wei is spelled W-U-W-E-I. Wu Wei, choiceless action. And so, what school did he go to? Where are they educated? How much money do you have? Where do you work? What's your history? Do you understand? All of this stuff aids our choice. Now, watch this. When you haven't started the healing process, all choices are made out of fear. I know you didn't want to hear it put that way. But if you haven't healed from what you've been through, you're choosing certainty, safety, predictability, trust, loyalty. That's because you're not healed. You don't know what it feels like in the space that the Taoist would call Wu Wei, choiceless action. I'm not choosing to satiate the demands of an unhealed, unheard, and unseen wound. No. I'm choosing without choice. Right? What does that mean? The great Bruce Lee spoke about it in his movie, Enter the Dragon. When my opponent expands, I contract. When he contracts, I expand. And when I hit, it hits all by itself. We don't know how to love in an organic space because fear, security, certainty, unpredictability, all of that plays such a heavy role. Tonight's topic. Sheesh. Oh, that's deep, Attila. Discernment rooted in fear. is no discernment at all. How many of you have said, I'm just gonna play it safe when it came to relationships? Are we conditioned by intimate consistency? This is why we ask for it. I need you to be consistent. Do you need me to be consistent? Or do your attachment wounds need me to be consistent? If you were raised in an environment that made you feel like the source of love would run out, right, would leave you, right, you got abandonment wounds. You got abandonment issues, right? Intimate cowardice. Why your fear of vulnerability sabotages love. Addicted to certainty. How seeking certainty and consistency kills passion in relationships. Unmasking relationship cowardice. Are you afraid of true love? Because true love, please understand, has no net. I'm tired of people out here in these YouTube streets and radio streets and podcast streets bastardizing the meaning of love. Love is not enough. Love ain't gonna protect you from how they act. If they were really in love, they would act accordingly. Wu Wei. Choiceless action. But if fear has anything to do with it, my goodness. Are we conditioned to fear freedom? You got people going as far as to say unconditional love doesn't exist. Unconditional love is bad. That's because you never reached that level of consciousness. Let's just be honest. It's higher than Mount Kilimanjaro. It's higher than Mount Everest. It's a rarefied state of consciousness. Unconditional love. To quote the great Krishnamurti yet again, I love you, but I don't want anything from you. Your wounds want everything, and this is why fear exists in your choice. Say you get what you choose. Then the fear shifts to, what if I lose it? Let me act accordingly so I don't. Is that not what happens with childhood in insecure environments? The child becomes a performer for this emotionally vacant parent, or this narcissistic parent, or this inconsistent parent. So the child becomes a performer to get the parent's attention, right? Oh, the child becomes a therapist to deal with the wounds of their broken parent, so as to extrapolate some kind of love and appreciation from the parent. Are we conditioned to fear freedom? 1-800-920-1580. I want to know. How much of your relationship is based on fear disguised as loyalty? Ugh. How much of your relationship is based on fear disguised as loyalty? True or false? Your trust issues aren't about love. They're about control. And isn't control the opposite side of fear? I don't want it to leave. I don't want it to hurt me. I don't want it to let me down. I don't want to be disappointed. I don't want to feel that again. So I will seek to control it. Yes? True or false? Is certainty the enemy of passion? 1-800-920-1580. I want to talk to you. Loyalty can be a form of cowardice. Are you brave enough to admit it? True or false? Can loyalty be a form of cowardice? Can loyalty be a form of go along to get along? Cowardice in the sense of, I can't do no better. How might the paradox of choice influence our perception of freedom in intimate relationships, leading us to prefer familiarity over the unknown. In what ways does the concept of the mirror in relationship, often discussed by Krishnamurti, reflect our internal fears of freedom and self-exploration? 1-800-920-1580, 1-800-920-1580, non-judgmental space. Get in here and discuss with me. Can the adherence to toxic patterns in relationships serve as a subconscious strategy to avoid the anxiety associated with true freedom? Remember the old Zen Buddhist statement, which says, it's a quote, it says, leap, and then the net will appear. Nobody's leaping into relationship like that, really. You see what the wound wants on the surface, and you go after it. And only after you have whatever it may be, you start to realize, oh, having it isn't all that it's cracked up to be. To what extent does the fear of abandonment, as highlighted by Patrick Carnes, his trauma bonding theory, inhibit our capacity to embrace the uncertainty inherent in freedom? Many people don't like freedom. We like security over freedom. Security makes more sense. Are you going to love me the way my mother or father didn't? Are you going to supplement my soul the way no one else has been able to? This is where we are, right? If you listen to the way people talk, when I come forward, you think I'm done? Not by a long shot. Let's get it, Halloween!
Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate Black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your black.
This is Assemblymember Tina McKenna reminding you to vote for my girl, Sade Alawari, for State Assembly. Sade is a part of our community, and she's the partner I need in Sacramento to help fight for economic justice, affordable housing, healthcare, and so much more. Sade is just like us. She comes out of our community, and she spent years working in our community, bringing people together. That's why she's endorsed by Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, Supervisor Holly Mitchell, teachers, firefighters, and Planned Parenthood advocates. This is Tina McKenna, and I need you to make a plan to vote, and to vote by Tuesday, November the 5th, for Sade Alawari for State Assembly.
Ad paid for by Opportunity PAC, a coalition of teachers, nurses, faculty members, school employees, and public and private labor, healthcare, and environmental organizations. Ad committee's top funders, California Teachers Association, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
Around here, we don't believe in victimhood. We believe in raising our voices, amplifying Black voices in the climate conversation. We're KBLA Talk 1580. KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. If you need help getting your resume in order, finding job training, or landing a job, we've got 3 great options for you. First, the City of Los Angeles has WorkSource centers across the area offering free job support. The California Workforce Development Board can help you with everything from GED prep to vocational training at no cost to you. On the federal level, the Department of Labor's American Job Centers offer a full range of services services for job seekers and businesses alike. Visit careeronestop.org, or for more info, just call California's Help Center or visit cwdb.ca.gov or call 916-657-1440. For the City of Los Angeles programs, go to ewd.lacity.gov or call 213-744-7300. All these services are free to help you get your next job. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
It's not failure we're afraid of, it's the changes that come with success. Success can bring new responsibilities, high expectations, and the pressure to maintain it all. This fear leads to self-sabotage. We start to doubt if we're truly deserving of success, fearing that we might lose it as quickly as we gain it. But here's the truth. You are capable and worthy of success. The key to overcoming this fear is recognizing that growth and change are all part of the journey. Instead of fearing success, embrace those opportunities and challenges that the journey brings along. Self-sabotage is just your mind's way of staying in its comfort zone. Push through that fear and you'll find that the rewards of success far outweigh the risk. You don't have to be perfect to succeed. You just have to be willing to step into your own potential. So stop holding yourself back and start believing that you deserve every single bit of success that's coming your way.
Self-sabotage is your mind's way of staying in the familiar, staying in the known. You guys want real relationship talk, right? No, you want me to talk about eyelashes. Why women wear these big long eyelashes? You want me to talk about male hygiene? Man, you better clean your nails. You better keep them nails clipped. You want me to talk about the silly stuff? Or do you really want to learn how to deal with you while you're dealing with another? Huh? You want me to talk about weave and wig glue? See, you used the wrong glue, sweetheart. That's why it's not coming off after 4 weeks. You got to use this. I use a special blend of glue that all I got to do is get in the shower, and if the water's hot enough, it will melt the glue. And I don't do those kinds of conversations. I don't hold them. Okay? I don't have those types of discussions here. You know, there's a fad going on. BBLs, you know. Why are BBLs so powerfully attractive? And then the leg look like ant legs. It's like an ant body. I don't have those discussions. But if you want to talk about merging theoretical physicist Werner Heisenberg, right? Merging Heisenberg's uncertainty principles with the psychological dynamics of intimate relationships. Now, this will offer a fascinating lens through which we can try to understand the balance between freedom and closeness that happens in intimate relationships. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, which posits that certain pairs of physical properties like position and momentum, especially in regards to electrons, cannot both be precisely measured simultaneously, which suggests a fundamental limit on certainty. So why is certainty such a big deal in intimate relationships? I need consistency. No, that's your wound talking. I will not babysit what you refuse to heal. Now, you're going to be healing it for the rest of your life, but I refuse to be your wound chaperone. That's your date. It's not mine. Do you understand? It's not my responsibility to heal it. Right? Translated into relationships, this principle can mirror the paradox of certainty and freedom, where the more we try to fix or control a relationship, the less we can embrace its dynamic and evolving nature. In intimate relationships, people often seek certainty and predictability to feel secure. However, similar to Heisenberg's principle, the uncertainty principle, the closer we focus on knowing a partner completely or controlling outcomes, the less we are able to appreciate the organic flow of the relationship itself. This attempt to pin down relational certainty can create pressure and diminish the space each person needs to grow and evolve eventually. Paradoxically, the search for total certainty can undermine the very stability and intimacy that both partners seek. When I come forward, I see the phone lines are already cracking. We're gonna get it going. Let's go.
It's the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams, exclusively on KBLA Talk 1580.
I'm Amber Payton with 4 Things You Should Know from BIN News. Donald Trump was seen riding around in a garbage truck to capitalize off of Joe Biden's remark implying that Trump supporters were garbage. Trump spoke at a rally in Wisconsin on Wednesday and rode up in a garbage truck that he said was, quote, in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden, end quote. McDonald's is facing another proposed class action lawsuit after a major E. coli outbreak. The new lawsuit filed Tuesday is now the third the fast food company faces after contaminated onions in its quarter pounders left 90 people sick and 1 dead. U.S. officials are in the Middle East as they attempt to push for ceasefires in Gaza and Lebanon. And an anonymous donor has helped keep a historic Fergus Falls home with Flowing Brook Ministries by covering its outstanding utility assessment. Built 139 years ago by Prince Honeycutt, the city's first black resident, and Minnesota's first black baseball player, the nonprofit is now raising funds for renovations. Get BIN News on demand 24/7 at BINnews.com.
Black Friday buildup is here at Lowe's. Get up to 35% off select major appliances, plus save up to $500 when you buy select LG major appliances. Valid 10/24 through 11/5 cannot be combined with additional discounts. See Lowe's.com for details and qualifying items while supplies last.
Are you an entrepreneur looking to take your business to new heights? KBLA Talk 1580 is your partner in success. Every day, we celebrate and elevate black-owned businesses across our community. Our KBLA SMB Marketplace currently features The Cookie Dip, Badass Bakes, Hair Concoction, Higher Education Accreditation Consulting, LACC Radiology Technology Department, and Malik Books. Your business deserves to be heard. Let KBLA Talk 1580 amplify your voice and connect you with our powerful community of listeners. Email smb@kbla1580.com today. That's smb@kbla1580.com. At KBLA Talk 1580, we've got your flag.
This truck season, think about all the things you can do in a Chevy truck. You can even just with impressive towing, incredible bed and tailgate functionality, and multiple powertrains. Chevy Silverado, the first ever Silverado EV, Colorado and Tahoe have what you need to get things done. When you want to do it all, Chevy's got you. It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together let's drive. 0% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $27.78 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 9.3%. Must finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 10/31/24.
This is Mayor Karen Bass asking you to vote yes on Measure A to help move people off the street and into mental health treatment. We want people to get better so we can turn the corner on the homelessness crisis and so our neighborhoods can be cleaner and safer. Measure A breaks new ground by creating help for renters and housing affordability across LA to prevent homelessness. And it also stops a loss of funding that would cause a devastating 28% increase in homelessness. So join the Women and Children's Crisis Center, Habitat for Humanity, the Greater LA African American Chamber of Commerce, and me, and vote yes on Measure A. And don't wait, you can vote today, so please do. Thank you.
Ad paid for by Yes on A, Neighbors for Affordable Housing and Housing Solutions Now. Ad committee's top funders, California Community Foundation and Western State Regional Council of Carpenters.
Watch out! You got me!
The galaxy is safe once again.
In the pretend universe, kids play with pretend guns. In the real world, it's up to us to make sure they don't get their hands on a real gun. If you have a gun in the house, keep it locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Safe gun storage saves lives. Learn how to make your home safer at endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
That morning chill means truck season!
5 more minutes.
No snoozing. Do it all in a Chevy Colorado or Silverado, including the class-leading range of the Silverado EV.
Talking to me?
Work, play, hauling, off-roading, a Chevy truck can take it all.
Okay, I'm up.
Get 1.9% financing on all 2024 Silverado 1500 and Colorado pickups when you finance with GM Financial. Chevrolet, together, let's drive.
1.9% APR for 36 months. Monthly payment is $28.60 for every $1,000 you finance. Example down payment 24.5%. Plus finance with GM Financial. Some customers may not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/30/24.
KBLA Talk 1580. We've got a lot to talk about.
KBLA Talk 1580, connecting you with services and solutions. LA County's new Justice Care and Opportunities Department, or JCOD, is here to support justice-involved individuals and their families. The JCOD Support Center is now taking calls at 1-833-LACJCOD. That's 1-833-522-5263. Available 7 days a week from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., the Support Center is your one-stop shop for re-entry issues and court support. They offer court reminders, connections to local services, transportation assistance for housing, court appearances, and childcare. The JCOD hotline provides personalized help to connect you with services that you need. And don't forget to check out justiceconnect.org for more information. Remember, it's free and available every day at 1-833-522-5263. This is a community call to action from KBLA Talk 1580.
You're listening to the Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams. Only on KBLA Talk 1580.
Why'd you have to go away? Like you backed in subtle ways. Give the best to yesterday and reveal your hideaway.
Wait. Wait, hold on, Andy. Hold on. We got to start this from the top. See, this is how Los Angelinos, how we celebrate the World Series champion Dodgers. See, it's getting cold over there on the East Coast. The weather's starting to trip. See, we can celebrate the Dodgers by going up PCH. We can let the sunroof or we can let the whole top down and just create a vibe. The sun is set. Let it ride real quick. That's how we feel.
Why'd you have to go away? Like you packed and stowed away, stowed away. Give the best to yesterday and reveal your hideaway. All this time I've waited so I can get back to you. Get back to you, get back. I'll continue searching if that's the last thing I do. I knew all I had was you. Talk my mind of faking that I could go without you.
So giving a talk like this, sitting up in front of all of you and giving a talk is a lot like being a painter and standing in front of an easel with a huge canvas with nothing on it yet. Moment by moment, it's wide open, and then we have to say something, do something, react in some way. And that begins with something small, just one word, one dot, and then from that minute beginning, it expands. And that begins with something small, just one word, one dot, and then from that minute beginning, it expands. So the point I'm wanting to make is that the expansion can go in the direction of wakefulness and sanity and what Trungpa Rinpoche called warriorship, spiritual warriorship, which means really men and women connecting with their courage, their bravery, their basic sanity, their basic decency, their basic tender-hearted bravery, as he called it.
Ooh.
It can go in the direction of chaos. There's always chaos, so let's just say it can go in the direction of violence and the direction of aggression, or in the direction of sanity and non-aggression. And when he taught about fear, he very clearly said that the only way to experience fearlessness was to know the nature of fear. That fear was not something that we got rid of or that we cast out, but that we became very intimate with and came to know so well that the journey of knowing fear, moving closer to fear, was in fact the journey of courage, the journey of bravery. In these particular teachings on moving, coming to know the nature of fear as the basis, the very heart of fearlessness.
Listen, Pima Shodron, that's who's speaking. Let me explain something to you. No dogma has a monopoly on absolute truth. Many people, because of their religious allegiances, won't listen to Pima, but their pastor will, and repackage and repurpose the message. And if that's the way you got to get it, that's the way you got to get it. But the reality of it is, that woman spoke truth. When you enter into a relationship, you need a type of courage. You need a type of fearlessness. Because guess what? It ain't going to always be cool. And you should know that when fear punks you into choosing the safe person. I'm sorry. You should know that when your unhealed wounds demand you choose safety over freedom. Right? Paradoxically, the search for total certainty can undermine the very stability and intimacy that we are all seeking in relationships. We're trying to control. We're trying to control the outcome. We say, I didn't sign up for this, is a passive-aggressive way to say, I wanted to control this to the point where I got what I signed up for. That's not how it works. Psychologically, this interplay echoes attachment theory insights into secure relationships. Securely attached individuals find a balance between intimacy and independence. They are comfortable with closeness, but yet don't seek to control or predict every facet of their partner's behavior. This balance mirrors the uncertainty acceptance in Heisenberg's principle. You can't know the momentum and the location of a particle. You have to choose. Do I want to know how fast it's moving, or do I want to know its location? And this is quantum mechanics, the most successful form of science human beings have ever discovered. Do you understand? And if you think it's not happening, or it's just happening on the subnuclear or subatomic level, you're out of your mind. It's happening in intimate relationships as well. Do you understand? I want you to understand this. Right? The balance mirrors the uncertainty acceptance in Heisenberg's principle, where the relationship is seen as a living system functioning with or fluctuating with emotions, changing needs, and continuous growth. Accepting a partner as an individual with their own mysteries rather than trying to dissect or define them entirely allows for a healthier, more resilient bond. But I need to know what you're capable of. I need to know what you might do. I need to know what you've done and if there is a proclivity for you to possibly do it again. That's why forgiveness is so difficult. Right? Do you understand? We've taken relationships away from what they actually are. We've turned them into a begging bowl. Feed my wounds. Feed me what my parents didn't give me. Feed me what my origin didn't give me. This is not what relationships are. Disney did it to us by saying happily ever after. Prince Charming. No. It's never that. Right? We all have the potential to be Prince Charming, just like you all have the potential to be a princess. But this is something that requires a lifetime of self-evaluation. The one thing we're afraid to do, honestly, we can evaluate our partner down to the gristle. Don't wear that jacket. Oh my God, stand up straight, your posture. You're representing us when we go in here. We can do all of that. But when it comes to looking inside, there's this huge fear. And we flip it around and say, well, whatever I'm afraid of, a good man or a good woman will stand in the gap. Sheesh. 1-800-920-1580. When I come forward, I promise I'm going to the callers. We got callers on the line. We got Indianapolis. We got Miami, Florida. And if you want to bring Los Angeles in the building or anywhere else, all you got to do is call me. New Yorkers, get at me. 1-800-920-1580.
Is it good to you? More Voice of Reason with Zoe Williams when we come forward.
To help combat climate change, LADWP is helping neighborhoods have better access to electric vehicles by awarding nearly $130 million in EV rebates to customers just like you. From big savings on used EVs to building new charging plazas, LADWP is charging ahead to help all Angelinos experience the benefits of EVs. Get rebates of up to $4,000 for a used EV and $1,750 for a charger. Learn more at ladwp.com/EV. That's ladwp.com/EV.
Before running for state senate, Laura Richardson was named one of the most corrupt members of Congress, guilty on 7 counts of ripping off taxpayers and a pattern of deception trying to cover it up. Richardson is too shady for state senate. For your state senator, frontline nurses, classroom teachers, and Planned Parenthood Advocacy Project support Democrat Michelle Chambers, a champion for abortion rights, higher wages for workers, and more affordable health care. Democrat Michelle Chambers for state senate.
Ad paid for by nurses and educators supporting Chambers for Senate 2024, sponsored by labor and nonprofit environmental and health organizations, Ad committee's top funders, SEIU California State Council, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
Helping to broaden your political and moral imagination with our 2024 Climate Justice Campaign. We're KBLA Talk 1580.
Hey, LA residents, it's planting season and the perfect time to get shade trees growing around your home. LADWP and City Plants are giving every resident up to 7 free trees. That's right, 7 free trees delivered right to your door. Trees are great for the environment, help improve air quality, and can help you save on your bill when you use less air conditioning to stay cool indoors. Learn more at ladwp.com/free trees. That's ladwp.com/free trees.
This is Assemblymember Tina McKenna reminding you to vote for my girl, Sade Alawari, for State Assembly. Sade is a part of our community, and she's the partner I need in Sacramento to help fight for economic justice, affordable housing, health care, and so much more. Sade is just like us. She comes out of our community, and she spent years working in our community, bringing people together. That's why she's endorsed by Los Angeles Mayor Karen Bass, Supervisor Holly Mitchell, teachers, firefighters, and Planned Parenthood advocates. This is Tina McKenna, and I need you to make a plan to vote and to vote by Tuesday, November the 5th, for Sade Alawari for State Assembly.
Ad paid for by Opportunity PAC, a coalition of teachers, nurses, faculty members, school employees, and public and private labor, healthcare, and environmental organizations. Ad committee's top funders, California Teachers Association, not authorized by a candidate or committee controlled by a candidate.
You know you want some more. It's the voice of reason with Zoe Williams on KBLA Talk 1580.
Man, this playlist tonight is bananas.
When it's the hardest, it matters the most. And if you're able to really work and train your body like you're training an animal to stop feeling one way and start feeling another way, if you believe that you're an eternal being, let's just say that, just most religions talk about we're eternal. Most sects of thought, there are only a few that don't. Whether you're going to heaven or hell or nirvana or on the wheel, you're pretty much going to be around for a long time. That moment matters so much in the light of eternity, because that's the moment you make up your mind to no longer be defined by your past. Why are you being defined by your past? Because emotions are a record of the past. And so then if you're feeling that emotion, your body is believing it's back in that same experience of the past. So the more knowledge that we have and understanding that justified, valid or not, those emotions are hurting no other person but you, because the long-term effects of living by those emotional states, those survival states, are actually down-regulating genes and creating diseases. Sooner or later, you're going to have to ask yourself, is this loving to myself?
Pause.
And forgive.
Negative thoughts are down-regulating genes and creating diseases. He said it so quickly, right? This fear, right? Staying in the known. And if you're known as toxic, it's down-regulating genes and creating disease. Go ahead.
Yourself of who you do want to be and who you no longer want to be. That experiment then is the experiment called life. Now, it's not that you react. The question is, how long are you going to react? That's the real question. Because, I mean, I react all the time. I mean, everybody does. But if you're going to stay there and you're going to live in that emotional state, you will see life through that lens of that emotion, right? So now it gets complicated because the stronger the emotion you feel towards certain people or problems in your life, the more you pay attention to them. And where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So from a purely biological as well as quantum state, we could say then you're using that person or that circumstance to reaffirm your dependence on feeling that emotion. So you have to hate your enemy. And if your enemy dies, you'll find another person to hate, because that is the response, right? So the body is the animal. It's been conditioned.
Man, if you're not familiar with Joe Dispenza, just type in his name, Joe Dispenza. And I'm not even going to mention the name of one of his books. Just find one that speaks to you and get it. The fire is unending. Whew. How does the dynamic of holding on to the past, right, past traumas, perpetuate our fears of freedom and prevent healthy attachment? Can the act of redefining personal boundaries foster a greater sense of freedom in relationships? And if so, how? We got folk on the line. I want to get him in right now. Ronan, Indianapolis, what are your thoughts on tonight's topic?
Hey, Brother Zoe, what's good?
Ronan, come on. Naptown is in the house. I'm going to sit back and let you do your thing, because I know you understand what we talking about, man.
Yeah, intimate cowardice. I personally believe that you can't be able to love somebody unless you divorce yourself from your negative narrative. Because it's like, it seems like someone's always looking for that relationship adversary, always looking to be that a vindictive victim. Like they can't seem to take the head off their person that gave the most trauma off the new person, which is why they're in that perpetual cycle. So,
wait,
when
stop.
it comes to the cowardice,
Just stop 1 second.
What?
This dude is like Royce the 5'9" rhyming, and he just talking. Vindictive victim, negative narrative. Like he just talking like it's just him and I, and it is. But my God, are y'all listening? He's like a wordsmith. It's like Kendrick Lamar, but he's not rhyming. It's crazy. Keep going, brother. Keep cooking.
Because the thing is, like, most of us get caught up in falling in love with the individual or the idea of the lie we're living. So the first thing, I think we have to have a healthy relationship of ourselves, like have that foundation to where we prioritize things as far as like respect, communication, reciprocity. That way we have a solid blueprint of someone who's looking to build something. That's something you can work on. You have parameters to move around, and you want to have a healthy appetite for the unedited truth. Because there's too many people who want a relationship fluffer in their life rather than someone who's going to teach them the benefits of adversity.
Wait a minute. Hold on. What is a relationship fluffer?
A relationship fluffer is someone who's always giving you this dopamine high. And you know it's a lie, but because you're addicted to the feeling so much that you end up blaming them for wasting time, resources, and opportunities for the very thing that you crave to lie to yourself.
My God. So do you think most people are conditioned to flee from freedom, seeing that the brain is an association-making machine, right? And psychological wounds or psychic wounds always transport us back to the past. If that is our known, freedom is totally foreign and alien. Am I right or wrong on that assessment?
No, you're right about it. I think we have this thing where we're trained to have this level of PTSD from relationship success.
Post-traumatic success syndrome? Don't do that.
Yeah.
Relationship success syndrome. Wow.
I mean, you think about it, it's like when you have like guys get in a little circle or women get in a circle, it's always about what this person isn't doing, this, that, and the third. But when you actually have life reference points, like when you really have some things that you can build on, that people can learn from.
Hold tight. I want you to just pull all of that together, because when we come forward on the other side, I want you to finish that thought. But before we do, think on this. Post-traumatic relationship success syndrome. My goodness, when we come forward, back to Indianapolis, Ronan's got a lot to talk about.